Hi, I hope you're okay. I hope you're coping in lockdown. I just want to share with you a short thought for this week's from this week's Sedra. And we come to the birth of Yaakov and Esau. So Isaac and Rebecca, they got married last week in the Sedra of Chayei Sarah, and they prayed for 20 years. Many, many, many prayers until eventually God bless them with twins. We talk of identical twins. Well, Yaakov and Esau, Jacob and Esau were among the least identical twins one could ever imagine. Firstly, they looked completely different. We're told that Esau, the word comes from the word made. He came out the womb, almost fully formed like an adult, with hair. He skipped, if you like, the early stages of development, whereas Jacob came out hot on his heels. He was grabbing the heel. That's where the word Yaakov comes from. He was trying to get out first. Of course, he wanted to be the firstborn and have the rights of the Bechorah, which would have meant initially that they would have served in the temple. So they were definitely not identical twins. That we know, and we find that as they grew up, Yaakov became, we called an Ish Tam Yoshev Oholim, a holy man sitting in the tent, learning diligently, making his parents proud of him. And Esau, he went off. He became a hunter, an idolater, a womanizer, and is seen as a Rasha, someone who was wicked. And the question is, if they were born so differently, if Esau came out the womb so differently, what did God want of him? What was he supposed to do? Someone with that personality, what were they also supposed to be sitting and learning? Maybe he just didn't have that within him. And this Sfas Emes explains that actually no. Esau was made to go out there and develop the land, be in commerce, be in industry, be in business, but set an example of how to behave, of how to do it as a good person, as an upright person. He was supposed to have the material world. And Yaakov, he was studious. He was supposed to be sitting and delving into the deep mysteries of the world, of science, of mathematics, of course, Torah. He was the academic. And in God's initial plan, Esau was going to support Jacob. He was going to work the land, earn the money, and have a partnership. And Jacob was going to be the great mind, the academic, the one who excelled in Torah learning. And that's why Yitzchak, their father, when he wanted to bless them with material blessings, he was going to give it to Esau, because he knew that was Esau's strength. Except that Rivka, their mother, knew that Esau was not going to use those blessings to support Jacob because he'd become so degenerate and so wicked. So she realized that Yaakov had to assume both roles. He had to have his own material blessing and nevertheless still become great and special, become successful in Torah learning. So it was not that Hashem didn't give Esau the opportunity to excel. His tchunat hanefesh, his inner strength, his personality dictated that he should be the one who was going to be part of the world of commerce, industry, business. But he was supposed to teach the world how to do it as a believer in God, how to do it with honesty and in an upright way. And he chose to do it, unfortunately, in the wrong way. And therefore, Plan B had to be enacted, whereby the Jacob, even those who want the Torah life, also have to make sure they have their own material sustenance. So that teaches us a powerful lesson, because it means whatever strengths and skills Hashem has given us, He always gives us the ability to use them in the right way, in a way that will serve Him, in a way that will be a Kiddush Hashem, which will inspire people to believe in God. For example, if somebody has an athletic ability, if somebody has, the Rambam writes, if somebody's got, he likes blood, so he could choose, he can become a murderer, or he can become a shochet, or a moil, or a doctor, and use those specific qualities for the good. So we always have that choice. But whichever strengths we have, it's up to us to use them for the good. Have a good Shabbos.